Hey there, grammar wizards. You ready to build the ultimate toolkit? Today we're tackling one of the most basic, but also most important parts of speech, the noun. This is going to be your go-to guide for spotting them, getting what they're all about, and just, using them like a total pro. Okay, let's just jump right in with a little game. I Spy. Seriously, just look around you right now, wherever you are. Can you name, say, 5 things you see? Go on, I'll wait. You can even pause if you need to. You got them? Awesome.
So, what'd you come up with? A desk? A coffee mug? Maybe your cat? Well, here's the thing. Chances are, every single thing you named was a noun. See? They're literally the words we use to label everything in our world.
So here's the game plan for today. First, we'll cover the absolute basics. What even is a noun? Then, I'm going to give you 3 killer hacks to find them anywhere. After that, we'll get into the difference between proper and common nouns, do a deeper dive into common nouns, and then wrap it all up by packing your shiny new grammar toolkit.
All right, first things first, let's build our foundation. What exactly are we talking about when we use the word noun?
It's really that straightforward. A noun is simply a naming word. It's the label we slap on a person, a place, an animal, a thing you can touch, or even something you can't touch, like an idea. Love, justice, things like that.
Let's check out this sentence. Jerry has a squeaky voice. It's short, but notice it's got 2 nouns in there. We have Jerry, which is the name of a specific animal, and voice, which is a thing, the sound he makes. 2 nouns, 1 sentence. Simple.
Okay, so we know what a noun is, but how do we get really, really good at finding them out in the wild? Well, this next section is the heart of our study guide. 3 super simple hacks that will turn you into a noun spotting machine.
And here they are. It's a 3-step process. We're going to ask some questions, look for little clue words, and keep an eye out for capital letters. Let's break each one down.
So hack number 1 is basically about playing detective. First, you find the main action in the sentence. That's the verb. Then you grill that verb. Ask it, who did this? Or what was involved? Or where did it happen? The answers to those questions? Yep, those are almost always your nouns.
Let's try it out with this sentence. The squirrels finished the entire basket of nuts. Okay, so the action, the verb, is finished. Now let's start asking our questions.
And boom! This shows you exactly how it works. Look at this table. We ask, who finished? The answer? The squirrels. That's our first noun. Then, what did they finish? The nuts. There's number 2. And finally, where were the nuts? In the basket. That's noun number 3. See? That one simple hack just found every single noun in that sentence. Super easy, right?
Now for hack number 2. This one's all about looking for signal words. Words like a, an, and the. Their whole job is to point to a noun. Think about it. You can't just say, It has to be a something. And it's the same for words that tell you quantity, like some, few, or many. They have to be followed by a noun. So if you spot one of these little words, you can bet a noun is coming right up.
And our final hack, number 3, is maybe the easiest one of all. Just look for capital letters that are not at the beginning of a sentence. If you see one of those, it's a massive red flag that you're looking at a very special kind of noun, which actually leads us perfectly into our next section.
All right, now that we're experts at finding nouns, let's start sorting them out. The biggest, most important difference to know is between proper nouns and common nouns. Okay, so what's the big difference here? It's actually pretty simple. A proper noun, that's the specific name for one particular person, place, or thing. And the big giveaway? It always starts with a capital letter. So Jerry isn't just any mouse, he's Jerry. Paris isn't just any city, it's Paris. But a common noun? Well, that's the generic word. Mouse or city could mean any old mouse or any city in the world.
This is a fantastic way to see how capitalization completely changes the game. Look here, an apple with a lowercase a is just a piece of fruit. But Apple, with a capital A, that's a massive tech company. A beetle is an insect, right? But the Beetle is a very specific brand of car. This is exactly why that capitalization hack is so powerful.
Okay, ready to go one level deeper? That big category of common nouns actually has a few interesting subtypes that are really good to know.
So as you can see, we can break common nouns down into a few different flavors. We've got our basic ones that we've seen a bunch of, but then there are 2 special kinds, collective nouns and abstract nouns.
Let's start with collective nouns. These are just really cool, specific words that we use for a group of things. So instead of having to say a big group of dogs, we can use one much more interesting word.
And honestly, some of these are just plain fun. I mean, a bunch of flowers or a pack of dogs, we all know those. But did you have any idea that a group of squirrels is called a scurry or an army of caterpillars? How cool is that? These are all collective nouns, just one single word to describe a whole group of things.
The other special category is the abstract noun. Now remember back at the beginning when we said a noun could be an idea? Well, this is what we were talking about. These are nouns for things you can't physically hold or see, like a feeling, a quality, or a concept.
Take a look at this sentence. The soldiers showed great patriotism and bravery. Okay, soldiers is a noun, we can see. But what about patriotism and bravery? You can't exactly hold those in your hand, can you? They're abstract nouns.
And that really is the easiest way to think about it. You can see a soldier, you can point to one, but you can't see bravery itself. You only see the actions that show someone is brave. That's the core difference between a concrete noun and an abstract one.
Phew, we've covered a ton of ground. So, let's wrap this all up and put everything we've learned together into your brand new personalized grammar toolkit for mastering nouns.
So here it is, all in one place, your noun toolkit. You've got your 3 powerhouse hacks for finding them. Ask the questions, look for the clue words, and spot the capitals. And you've got the 4 key types down: proper for specifics, common for generics, collective for groups, and abstract for ideas.
With this toolkit, I promise you, you're going to start seeing nouns absolutely everywhere. And once you've really mastered these words that name our entire world, it kind of makes you wonder what other parts of speech are just hiding there, right in front of us, waiting to be discovered.